Bet you're wondering how I got into this pickle, eh? Lying on my back, pain surging through my body like lightning through a golf club. And I was unlucky enough to be the poor piece of chutney holding that metaphorical zapstick. It's always a dame, ain't it? Skin like dry clay and a mean streak to match me on my worst day. A gal after my own heart. Well, if you want to know how I wound up like this, then we gotta start from a most unorthodox beginning. The beginning being right after my boss died.
Dragon! Dragon, where are? I was supposed to be the only one to die that night, but in the end I was the only one to live. I lost my wife, my father, and my spirit, Dragorn, all in one fell swoop. When the dust cleared, I discovered that I possessed the Spirit King's body and had to serve as the new Usher of the Dead. That was over 500 years ago.
This is my boss, Baladeth. There's a list of people I don't mess with, and he's the only one on it. Most powerful magic user I ever met, and he's still clinging to his humanity as the last light in his life. A poor sap who's dug himself too deep.
500 years? Baladeth, it's only been 50 since we last saw each other.
Time works differently in our dimension. It's 10 times faster than most others.
I see. That is unfortunate. I'm truthfully sorry for your loss. I suppose we'll have to make some new arrangements for you. Blah 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 blah.
A ghost? I didn't think Baladeth would have missed any of you guys after round 2.
You can see me? Please, you have to help me.
Normally I tend to ignore people asking for help. I ain't got time to deal with some sob story. But being a necromancer, I'm a sucker for dead folks with issues. Alright, cool your jets. Let's hear what you got to say.
It's about my daughter, Alla.
Blah blah blah.
Oi, Baladeth! We got something that you might want to hear about.
Now that I'm still busy. Excuse me for a moment.
We're still talking, Baladeth.
Something tells me this is a bit more important than you chewing me out for blatant vigilantism.
The nerve of that man sometimes.
I don't like it. He walks in like he owns the place and acts without our permission.
Indeed, but he did save all of those people and miraculously kept it under wraps from the public.
And he did so without consulting us. Do you know what could have happened if he screwed up? And his partner beat a child, nearly half to death. Do we really need that crowd running around?
Perhaps not, but without their help, things could have been much worse. Right now, we just need to focus on getting round 4 started.
That's not going to happen, I'm afraid. We'll be postponing round 4 now.
What? Under what grounds? And what authority do you have to put a stop to this tournament?
Other than the fact that I'm deaf, you still got missing people that need to be found. Namely, one of your employees and a competitor that went missing shortly after round 1.
How do you know that?
The dead speak to us, Willow. You'll find keeping secrets is incredibly difficult.
Even so, you can't put a stop to this without our permission.
That'd be where you're wrong. As the only acting necromancers, we're taking legal authority over the Palooza until matters are settled.
Hold on. What legal authority are we talking about here?
A threat to the balance of life and death.
What are you talking about?
From Baladeth's universe, necromancers serve one of 3 roles. They either help souls who lose their way cross over to the other side, work as self-defense force, or investigate and neutralize any and all threats to the balance of life in the Great River, where the souls of the dead meet their resting place.
Telling me that there's something like that running around Wizardpalooza that I don't know about?
Apparently there's a lot you don't know about, but let me summarize. 1. A lich was taking people last round for unknown purposes, which alone should be enough to open the door to an investigation. 2. A ghost has revealed one of your missing staff and several competitors, including a known immortal who we are all too familiar with.
Trip. He's missing?
Seems we're more on the ball on this than you. Yes, after round 3 he disappeared. And 3. You've got some very nasty individuals running around this place, including a mana leech. So I'd say that's a damn well good enough reason for us to open the floodgates on this little shindig.
And if we don't comply?
Then you'll be detained until the investigation is over.
I'd like to see you try.
Daimos, that is enough. You don't want to step in when necromancers like this are conducting an investigation.
But Willow!
I said that's enough! I don't like that they're strong-arming us into this, but...
If we don't hurry, then we'll have an even bigger disaster than what happened the last time Trip was here.
How do you know about that?
Because I was there for it. Now then, if you're done trying to lecture death, I need you to get someone for me.
Who do you need?
Get me Trip's partner, the Changeling. He's probably the most important person to find if we're going to get those missing people.
Trip, what have you gotten yourself into? Deimos, what are you doing here?
I don't have time to explain. We need you in security right away.
Oh, I see. Let me just have a moment to prepare.
Now!
I see. What is this about?
All I can say is that it's about your partner, Trip. Now then, I need you to come along. I can't stress how important this is.
Of course. Yes, let's go.
I should have been mad about the whole situation. Hell, I told my boss no intrigue before I even jumped into this bandwagon. But here I was, wearing a suit and looking fly as hell, getting ready to put the screws to some chump biscuit who probably had nothing to do with this. I love my job. Ah, Mr. Mickey.
My name is Mickey.
My name is Who Gives a Shit. I need you to take a seat right here. I got a couple of questions for you.
What is this, and who are you?
This is Nalagrom, a necromancer working under Balladas Tyrion.
A necromancer? What is this?
An investigation. Now sit down before I shove that chair so far up your ass you'll have an old new set of legs to walk around with.
If you're a necromancer, then does that mean Trip is...
A piece of cotton candy? Yes, we've confirmed from multiple sources.
Stay focused.
Fine. No, Trip isn't dead, but he's missing and no one knows where he's gone. Same can be said for a couple of people. Do you recognize anyone in these photos?
I do. This is Dewey. We faced him in round 1.
He went missing shortly after, with no registration of him leaving.
But Trip said that he left.
If that's what he told you, then I'm gonna have to ask you a few questions about Trip's recent activities.
You sure that's the same guy I saw from round 2?
When it comes to official necromancer business, Nalgrim will pull his weight. It's something he'll never turn down.
Now why's that?
Everything that affects the realm of the dead takes a toll on his spirit. And if there's one thing he's willing to protect...
So then, what happened to your spirit?
That's not something I'm willing to disclose. And it seems like Mackey's not in on this.
If it helps, I think I found something.
At this point, anything would be helpful.
I found a couple of these symbols around the Palooza.
I see. Well, at least that gives us something to follow for now. Thank you, yes, sir.
Look, I already said I don't know where he could have gone, so unless you have some evidence that Trip is involved in this...
Then you might want to take a look at this, Mr. Mackey.
What the... That's the symbol on Trip's journal.
This was found at one of the locations where a staff member went missing. That evidence enough that Trip is involved?
Now wait just a minute. Trip is my friend. He would have told me about something like this.
So you've got no idea where he could be, or what his involvement in this could entail?
I don't know.
Then we're done here. Sorry to have taken so much of your time, Mr. Mackey.
Wait, please.
What is it?
I would like to help you. Please, take me with you.
What do you think, Nalagrom?
It'd probably be better to keep him under surveillance anyway, and having him with us could provide some insight as to how our suspect works.
You have a point. Alright then, if you want to help, then I won't turn down the opportunity. We're lacking on people as it is, and I don't suppose I can stop you from looking anyway after this.
You would be right on that.
Then you're with us. I'm Baladeth, and this is my subordinate Nalagrom. But you stay within our sight at all times, and do exactly what we say. Understand?
Understood.
Now then, if we don't have any more distractions, let's find Trip. Mr. Rush, this is an interesting run-in. What are you doing here?
I was just checking on Fox, wondering how long he's going to be stuck in the medical ward.
I see. I apologize for my associate.
Yeah, that's good, 'cause I'm not gonna.
Yes, of course you wouldn't. Actually, you're part of law enforcement, aren't you, Mr. Rush?
I might be. Why do you want to know?
I find myself in need of some assistance, and frankly, you're one of the few people here that I can trust.
And what kind of assistance might that be?
The kind that could mean the difference between a lot of people dying, Mr. Rush.
Ordinarily, I would say no, but I suppose I do owe you my life after round 1, especially what you did for...
If you don't want to, I won't force you. This could be incredibly dangerous.
I'll help you. I'll just need some details before I do anything. You know how it goes.
Indeed. We'll explain as we walk. Magpie, I wasn't expecting to see you around here.
No pleasantries, please. This needs to be done quickly. And while it hurts me as a professional to do this, I have a lead for you.
Magpie, otherwise known as the Boob Bird. She's got the good shit in the Palooza. But from the looks of her, she's either got self-esteem issues or back problems. Someone I wouldn't want to hang out with for too long.
I'm listening.
There's a person who's been dealing in a certain magical drug. Soma, as it's called.
Soma? I'm vaguely familiar with it. Like the leavings of a god or very powerful being, right? Like his fingernail clippings.
Exactly. It creates a bond with certain entities if used correctly.
And this person who's been dealing with it might have a connection to some of the missing people.
It's a slim chance, but yes, it could help you in your investigation. Ask for Turner in the East Wing medical tent. Just thought I would tell you. And if anyone asks, we didn't have this conversation.
You've my word as a professional, and I'll see you rightly rewarded for your efforts.
Just see to it that Trip gets back safely, alright?
I'll do my best.
Well, the big boobed booby just dropped another load of work on us. What's the plan?
I'll go investigate this new lead. You and Shylock get to the cafeteria and investigate that symbol they found. Secure the area as well.
Man, why do I have to go to the cafeteria?
Because you're intimately familiar with it, and Shylock's there to make sure you won't step out of line.
Woo, a babysitter. We're gonna have fun.
Suddenly regretting my decision to help.
Now, Legrom, keep it cool. And be sure to bring Shylock up to date. I'll take Mackie and investigate this new lead. I'm certain there are a few things we need to exchange in private before this is over anyway.
Are you sure this is a good idea? What if this new source can't be trusted?
At this point, Mackie, we're going to need as many leads as we can get. And the gamble might be our only chance.
Before we continue, you seem to know Trip.
We met once, perhaps 50 years ago for him. 500 for me. I can't say I care for the man.
Because of the explosion?
I deal with Nalagrom on a regular basis. Do you think collateral damage bothers me?
Then what reason could you have to dislike Trip? Did he do something to you in the past?
I'll just say that there isn't an immortal in existence who doesn't have blood on their hands. Same goes for me. I just hope you're prepared for what this rabbit hole will bring you.
If it's for Trip, I'll endure.
Hope you can keep that attitude, Mackie. Try to hold on to that.
Perimeter. Get the civilians out of here. We need a clean spot to investigate.
I think I found something.
Damn, that was faster than expected.
I take it this is what we're looking for?
Damn straight, Rashi.
Don't call me that.
Thing seems to be relatively inert right now.
What is it?
It's a rune, like the ones I use for my magic, except a different magic source. I can only partially decipher it though, so I can't make it out fully.
Do you think you can figure out what it's for, then?
Not in a fast enough manner. I need a walking encyclopedia of magic to figure this out. Actually...
You've got an idea?
Yeah, I need you to find someone for me. Jump biscuit by the name of Eridorius. Red hood, purple robes, yellow eyes. Scoop 'em up, by force if you gotta.
You seem more focused than you usually are, on things that serious.
If Baladeth says they are, then they are. Now get going, I don't got time to waste. Don't know what was going through my mind when I looked at that symbol. Probably something about breakfast. But you get that nagging feeling, you know? Like I was gonna go through some sort of hell before things get better. And I'm usually right about those feelings.
This is a medical tent. It seems to be turning more into a nightclub than anything.
In this line of work, few things surprise me anymore. I have a hunch that this is the work of our mysterious contact.
I've got a bad feeling about this place. I wouldn't stick around for too long.
Wasn't planning on it anyway. I'll say not to expect a knife in the back, but don't buy any of what he's selling.
Trust me, you don't have to tell me twice.
Seems to be a ward around this place. Guess they don't want random people entering whenever they want. Makes sense, I suppose. I can feel you staring.
Sorry, I just want to know more about you and Trip.
I met him once when I was still human. We talked for a bit and I left. That's about it.
You weren't always like this.
A conversation for another time.
What was your meeting like? How was he back then?
Annoying, flirtatious, obviously hiding something. I didn't hate him at first, but Dragoin, the spirit I had bound myself to, took an immediate disliking to him. It wasn't until I found this new understanding that I realized why he despised him so.
And you?
For the sake of professionalism, I'll keep that point to myself.
Sorry for the wait, sir. Other sir. We've been a little busy today.
Why, with your beauty, madame, I've already felt my spirit lifting.
Well, at least it's not too different from having Trip around.
Anyway, I'm sorry to be a bother, madame, but we need to be let in. Official Wizardpalooza business. We need to talk to someone named Turner.
Oh, him! Please, please, come on in. Mr. Turner's in that bed over there with the baby demon. Don't be too rough on him, alright, hun?
Of course.
Ah, visitors, what brings you fellas to my humble abode?
We're here on business, Mr. Turner. I'm Baladeth, and this is my consultant, Meki. I'm just here to ask a few questions about your recent activities.
Activities? I ain't been up to much but relaxing here after a bad run-in with a demon. I ain't had time for activities.
Toina, I don't like the feel of this guy. I don't think you should be messing with him.
Ah, relax, Puck. They don't seem the bad sort.
Toina, this guy seems really big. Like, bigger than anyone I've ever seen. Maybe bigger than your spooks.
Really now? And what business would someone like you have with someone like me? As you can see, I'm just a poor, injured soul.
Cut the crap, Turner. I know what you deal in, and I smell enough dead people on you to know you aren't some helpless flower.
Whoa, now, ease up there, boogeyman. I ain't here to cause no trouble. Just tell me what you want, and I'll see if I can arrange it for you.
Soma, what do you have it linked to?
Hey now, I don't think they'd like me giving out personal information like that. Man's gotta keep his business afloat, right?
And I guess you don't mind the screaming metal death that's going to fall on your head in the next few hours if you don't start spilling your guts.
Wait, what you mean? Please, my friend's missing, and a lot of people are going to get hurt or worse. Just help us in any way you can. Alright, you talked me into it, fellas. Mostly because I'm not too keen on the concept of dying.
You sure about this?
We don't exactly got the home field advantage on this one, Pup. Now then, this stuff is linked to a couple of Fey fellas. Real powerful ones, too. But see, the thing is, they can't really reach this far. You want to get in contact with them? Then you gotta kinda partake of the forbidden fruit, if you catch my drift.
I see. And how does this stuff function for them?
Well, it kinda operates like a beacon for them. Once you take it, they can find you.
They can also find anyone else who's taken it.
Exactly. They get some power from the people who take it, and the users get some kind of low-level wish deal. A win-win, if you ask me.
And besides opening a portal to your realm, there's no other way to get in contact with them.
Yep.
I see. Do you have any Soma on hand?
I might.
What I say about cutting the crap?
Alright, you got me. I do. Might be willing to part with the stuff. But what do you need it for?
I needed to find some missing people.
I command you to release me this instant! You too, Amarella! This betrayal will not go unforgiven! Eridorius, a rat if I ever saw one. If life had a stupid stick and beat some random chump, it'd churn out this guy. I can hear you, you know. Great, then I don't gotta repeat myself. I assume my associate here has filled you in on the situation?
He did, which is why I'm helping him.
If you think I'm going to help you with anything, then you're sorely mistaken. Then I guess you're perfectly alright with someone bigger and badder than both of us running around stealing your thunder. But if you don't want to take him down, then whatever. Ain't my business. Hold up now. If I help you here and now, that'll put me down as a hero. You think I'd be willing to do that? If you do, I'll put in a referral to the Asshole Association. You're a backstabber, traitor, and overall nasty evildoer. You're bluffing. Only a special few get to be part of the Asshole Association. Alright, I'm listening.
So I have to ingest this in some fashion, and that will allow me to make contact.
Yep, that's how it works. You don't have to do this. I can take it if you want.
I appreciate the offer, but you're an innocent victim in this, and I need you in top shape if things get rough. And trust me, things are probably going to get rough.
But
putting yourself on the line won't help anyone, least of all Trip. Now hush, let me work.
Well now, what do we have here? The King of Spirits has decided to grace us with his presence. And what wish could you possibly want? And what price would you be willing to pay for it?